Hi, welcome back to my channel. In this video I made 7 different DIYs using these geometric beads, and I actually bought 2 packs of 300 from Amazon, and I will link them down below if you're interested. And as always, I'm using the Dollar Tree super glue wood glue, and I'm just going to start gluing the beads together. And I'm facing the holes together to glue them, and I glue 6 in a row, and then I just keep gluing until it is 6 beads by 6 beads. And you want to make sure the holes are always facing to the side and not the top or the bottom, because you don't want to see them. And we're going to cover the holes in the next clip. And I saw these beads, I thought they were really pretty, and you could do so much more with them than just use them as beads. So first I'm making some coasters, and then I made a lantern and some other things later on in the video, but because of the shape of the beads, I think they all just turned out so pretty, and there's just so many different things you can make with them. I just didn't want to buy any more packs. Maybe I will in the future, but I did use the big bag that I showed you at the start was 300, and I used 2 of those big bags to make all these DIYs. And these are a bit like the tower blocks. They are not all perfect in size, so sometimes you might have to turn them around or find a smaller bead or a bigger bead to fit in, just like with the tower blocks. And once it's all glued and stained, you don't really notice anyway. So I'm using the wood glue and just try not, if it seeps out, then just, I used a paintbrush just to get rid of any excess glue that seeped out, or a wet cloth. And then yeah, see, I'm using the paintbrush now just to get in the little gaps and clear out the glue. And once I'd made this, I did turn it over and clear out the glue from the other side. You can of course make these bigger if you want to, but this is just what size I thought would fit for the coasters. So I left it to dry, and then I'm just gluing on these little 10mm half wooden beads, which I also got from Amazon, and I will link them down below as well. And I'm just covering up the holes on the sides, and it also finishes it off nice. So this is what it looks like. And I stained it with the Early American wood stain, but you can choose whichever color you like. And I made 2, and this is how they turned out, and I think they turned out so pretty. You could always paint the wee squares on the top a different color if you wanted to, and then you can use them, put a candle or a little plant or something on them. So I have this wee autumn leaves and pumpkins please sign, and I took the beads off for another DIY. And I'm just going to paint it with some Waverly plaster chalk paint. And then I'm going to use some wood glue from Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to attach some beads. I'm just leaving them unfinished. So I'm just going to reattach them and attach the twine. I'm just using hot glue and a piece of popsicle stick. It's a wee bit shorter than it was, but that's fine. And now I'm going to start placing the beads inside and see if I have to leave a wee gap in between them. I'm making sure the holes, you can't see the holes on the side that's facing in the middle. So all the holes are the beads facing each other. And then I just glued them on with some wood glue. You can use another glue if you like, but this worked fine for me. Just make sure you space them out so they all look even. And if you want to, you can stain them beforehand, but I wanted to leave them this color. Well, leave them unfinished. And you see putting the glue on the back of the bead that's touching the frame and the bottom of the bead, which is touching the frame as well. And you see the holes are going side to side, facing each of the other beads. Now this was quite a quick, easy DIY. And once I finished putting on the beads, I found these nice stickers at Dollar Tree. So I thought I would use them, but you can use whatever you like. These nice green leaves. So I was going to just put this fern on it, and then I decided to put the other wee fern on it as well. And that's it. I think it turned out really pretty. I'm using the Dollar Tree super glue with the glue again. So I'm going to make a square the same size as the coasters. You can make it bigger if you want to. This is just what size I made because I was trying to do a lot of different DIYs with these beads. But the only thing you need to do is make sure the corner beads, the holes are facing up the way. And then the beads around the edges, the other beads, don't have the holes showing at the top, the bottom, or the sides. So this is going to be a lantern. Well, this is going to be a mini lantern. But if you only wanted to make the lantern in this and you bought these beads, then you could make it a lot bigger if you just want to do one DIY. I'm going to make 2 of these, but I'm going to make the other one off camera because one is going to be the top of the lantern and the other one is the base of the lantern. But I made them in exactly the same way. I don't know if you get different sizes of these, maybe bigger ones or ones with no hole. I didn't check. But if I do remember and check, I'll let you guys know. Maybe make some more stuff if you want to see it. Okay, so make sure all the corners like this have the holes facing up, and it looks like this has no holes on the sides. And now I'm just putting a half bead on top of the corner ones with the holes. You can add more beads around the sides and stuff if you want to, then it wouldn't matter if you had the holes at the sides. So I made 2 of them, I'm going to turn one over, and then I'm going to put some wood glue in the hole, and then I'm going to put one of these skinny skewers that I got from Dollar Tree in the hole. So that was me showing you 2 different ways you can place the beads on, and then just use a wee bit glue on each bead before you put on the skewer. And I used 12 beads for this part. And I'll do the rest off camera. So this is all my beads. I'm just clipping them down at the top, but I'm leaving a wee bit of the skewer sticking up so that I can attach the top. And then I just placed some Mod Podge on the top because it was nice and heavy, and then I stained it with some early American wood stain, and this is how it turned out, and I think it turned out really pretty. Definitely would be nice if you made it bigger. You could always do 2 rows or 3 rows of beads at the sides if you wanted to. I'm using the Dollar Tree super glue wood glue again, and I bought these wooden canvases. I think they were 8x8 from Amazon. I forgot what it was called there. So for this one, they want the corners to have the beads facing up, and then the beads in the middle with the holes facing each other. And I do the same for all the sides, but I do the rest off camera. And for the holes, I'm just using the wee 10mm beads to cover them up. You could put beads all the way across if you wanted to. And this is how it looks after the beads are on it. And then I stained it with the early American wood stain. And then this is what it looks like. And I have these little felt pieces for your furniture that I got from Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to take some of them, 4 of them, and stick them to the bottom. You could put feet on this if you wanted to, but I didn't want to. And this is how it turned out, and I think it turned out really nice. I'm going to put it on my bedside table, that's why I didn't want legs on it. I'm using the Dollar Tree super glue wood glue again. And then I have this wee frame, and the glass broke in it, and it was from a previous DIY. So I took the sticker off, and then I glued the back in, and I'm just hot gluing around the edges to make sure it stays in. And then I'm just going to start gluing the beads. And I just gluing them. I glued them in the corner first. You could just make the size square if you want to, but they didn't fit perfect, so I had to space them out a little bit. So I'm going to fill up the entire inside of the frame with the beads, and I will do the rest of it off camera. This is what it looks like all filled in. So I'm just gonna add beads on all the beads around the outside. You don't have to do this, you could just do, you don't even have to put any beads on it if you don't want to. Or you could just do the corner ones, it's up to you. Also, you could paint the beads before you put them in, because I was gonna leave them plain, but then I decided I wanted to stain them. So I'm just putting some masking tape around the frame so that I don't get stain on it. And then I stained it with the early American wood stain. And I'm just going to take the masking tape off. And then I'm going to use a cotton bud. You guys call it Q-tip. I don't know why. I should look that up actually. Just to take off the extra bits that were at the sides of the frame. And now I'm just going to hot glue a succulent in the middle. You can put whatever you like on yours, but I chose a succulent. And this is how it turned out. I think it turned out cute. Using the Dollar Tree super glue, wood glue again. I show it every time, but someone will still ask me what glue it is. So this time I'm doing a row of 10 beads, and I'm doing them, the holes facing each other. And then I'm putting a wee bead on either end to cover up the holes. And I made 4 of these. So I'm just going to take 2 and then I'm going to fill in between them with 3 beads. Yeah, 3 beads across and then 10 beads up. You could just do the whole thing at a one time if you wanted to, but I thought it'd be easier showing you it this way. And this is going to be a planter. It's going to be a small planter. But you can of course make it bigger if you want to, or you could make a wider one instead of a tall skinny one. It's up to you. Oh yeah, I know why I did it this way. Because this is only going to be 2 sides, and then for the other 2 sides you just have to make the middle part with the 3 beads by 10 beads. But I do that off camera and I show you them in the next clip. I'm just going to show you me making one of these and then make the other stuff off camera. But let me know in the comments if you want to see more DIYs with these beads, because I've thought of more stuff I could do. But yeah, let me know if you want to see it or not. And make sure that you can't see the holes at the top or the bottom of these as well. And then just glue the other side on. These are the 2 sides that I made, and I'm just gonna stick some of the wee beads up the middle one of all of them, but I'll just show you me doing this one and the bigger one. But you got to do the other 2 sides the same as well if you want to. Now I'm going to make the base, and it's just 9 beads, 3 by 3. It doesn't matter if the holes show at the side, but I didn't have them showing at the top or the bottom, even though you're not going to see it. So now everything's dry, I'm just going to glue it all together. I'm just going to glue the base in the middle, and then glue one of the smaller sides on. And you see all the holes are at the side. And then you see you can't see any holes at the sides of the bigger sides. And then I stained it with some early American wood stain, and this is how it turned out, and I think it turned out really pretty. I'm using the Dollar Tree Super Glue wood glue. And then I have another one of these wooden canvases. And I'm just going to fill in the bottom side like I did for the tray. Because you don't want to see the holes at the bottom or the sides, just the corner ones with the holes sticking up. And I'm only going to cover half of the sides. If I'd had more beads, I would have done it all the way around. But I didn't have enough left. But I did get quite a lot of DIYs out, 600 beads. So I just went up 6 beads, and then the last one, I have the hole facing up as well. Just make sure they're as straight as you can get them. And now I'm just going to make a panel to go on top of that, and it's going to be the 6 beads high with the holes facing up for the corners, and then it's going to be, I think it was 13 across. I can't remember, but however many it is across is what you need to make for your panel. And I will finish it off camera. And now I'm just going to glue it all together. You see the holes are facing up in the corners. I'm just going to cover them with some beads. And then I stained it with the early American wood stain. And I also stained the leftover beads that I had, and I just made them into a hanger for the back. I'm just using some hot glue and the popsicle sticks. And this is it. And if I'd had more beads, I would have done it all the way around. So I have this metal home sign from Dollar Tree, and I painted it with the Mountain Blue apple barrel paint that I got from Walmart. And I'm just going to hot glue it to the front of the sign. You can put whatever you want on the front or leave it plain, paint the home sign whatever color you like. And then I just filled it with some greenery, and I think it turned out really nice. But you guys can let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!